I'm Dorothy Godin, broker through Max Crown Realty, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a great holiday. I know I got some well-deserved rest and some family time, and I'm anxious to get the new year started. My newsletter is already in the mail, which really gets me excited to get it out there in that first week. And I've already had a couple of referrals from out-of-town realtors, and it's only the first week of January, so I think that the year is going to be great. It's certainly starting off great. So December was sort of typical. We had 77 residential sales within the city of Greater Sudbury. And ironically, that is the same number we had last December. It's very normal for the month of December to be on the slower side, and this December was no different. The average sale price was almost $439, and the average days on the market was 37 days. So in a normal market, we often would see average days on the market 30 days. So it's not unusual to see 37 days in the month of December. And our sale to list ratio for the month of December was 99%. So sellers are still getting very close to their list price. And 35% of those sales were at or above list price. So December, quite a normal month. I'm not surprised to see these numbers. So let's recap the year for within the city of Greater Sudbury. And remember, I always talk about residential sales. So the volume, of course, as all year, the volume was down from last year 17.5%. So we saw not as many sales. I mean, we saw a lot of sales, but just not as many as we're accustomed to. And I looked back even 5 years, and the previous 5 years saw more sales than we saw this year. And that's strictly due to the lack of inventory. We just need more houses to come on the market. So the average sale price we ended the year with $470,000. And if you compare that to last year, it's 0.6% lower. So we have been maintaining our prices fairly well. I know that you hear in the news that, the bubble is going to burst and prices are going to drop. That didn't happen for this city. The average days on the market it's pushing close to that. Close to 21 in terms of the whole year, but that's because at the beginning of the year, the market was much faster than the end. As I say, in the month of December, we're looking at 37 days. So we have 166 active residential listings, which is still insanely low. We need people to, move. We need more listings for sure. So if you look on the outskirts, their market volume is down 16.9, and their average sale price, which is sitting about 406, is down 2.6. They have 7.8 months of inventory. So within the outskirts, we definitely see that market has switched into a buyer's market. Within the city, we have 2.1 months of inventory, which statistically that tells us that we're in still in a seller's market. And we do see that sellers are getting close to list price. But we do see that the process is more normal. I think we're gearing towards a more balanced market as buyers take their time and reevaluate, what they can afford with the new interest rates. I'm looking forward to 2014. As I say, that the phone has already started ringing, and we've got plans for new listings coming up in the next month or so. So I think it's going to be a great year. As always, when I do these stats, I'm doing them for the city as a whole, and I do the outskirts as a whole. If you are contemplating making a move, you want to talk to your realtor about your market specifically, because even within the greater city of Sudbury and within different price ranges, the market stats are different, and you have to know what your stats are. I know whenever I do my newsletter, I start out doing the stats for the previous month, and sometimes when my family reads it, I was like, oh, you're talking about stats again. I think it's so important to know your numbers. I mean, if you don't know your numbers, where's your base to start looking at your property and what your property value is? You start with, here's what's happening in the city, here's what's happening in your town, here's what's happening in your specific area. You definitely, when you're doing market research, you want to go hyper local. It's still good to know, though, what's happening in the whole city. I think the city is is amazing, and I think that our market is very stable, which is great. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great week. Have a great year.